Mourns the death of the former First Lady. It brings to mind that the still unanswered question of the assassination of John Kennedy. Recently, 2 investigators have linked a former Johnston County man to the plot. While in a hospital room in 1971 with one of the investigators, former Tishomingo resident Loy Factor reported that he was one of several gunmen hired by conspirators to kill the president in November of 1963. The California and Washington investigators have had numerous interviews with Factor over the years, and 2 years ago solicited the help of John Small, a Capital Democrat reporter in Tishomingo. Small looked through old newspapers to provide background information on Factor and says the investigators will complete a book of the findings in about a year.
Rating on the theory, even if it's not true, it's still a heck of a story. And, you know, maybe there is a lead there. It's worth looking into.
Ed Doney will have more details on this story tonight at 10.
As the nation mourns the death of Jackie Kennedy Onassis, unanswered questions still surface about the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
Ed Doney explains how researchers believe a former Johnston County man may have assisted Lee Harvey Oswald in a possible conspiracy.
Since the assassination of John F. Kennedy in November of 1963, hundreds of stories have surfaced alleging Lee Harvey Oswald did not act alone in Dallas. Recently, 2 investigators from Washington and California revealed information connecting former Tishomingo resident Loy Factor as one of several gunmen hired by conspirators to shoot President Kennedy.
Nothing has happened in the motorcade group.
About 2 years ago, researchers Mark Collom and Glen contacted John Small, a reporter of Tishomingo's Capital Democrat, to find out background information on Factor, who died only 2 weeks ago in northern Oklahoma. Collom says he shared a hospital room with Factor in 1971. In that room is where Factor began telling about his involvement with the assassination.
I don't know that it was bragging as much as it was maybe all those years after the fact, maybe he was feeling a little guilty.
Collom says Loy Factor detailed how, because of his marksmanship in the Army, he was contacted by conspirators who drove him to Dallas the day before the shooting. Factor claimed to have been one of 4 people on the Texas School Book Depository's 6th floor. 2 of those 4 fired shots, he said, but his role as a backup shooter wasn't needed. Factor became notorious in the late 60s after he was convicted of killing his wife in Fillmore, Oklahoma. During his trial in Johnston County, he testified that his daughter-in-law had confessed to him that she had killed her mother. The motive, he would later say, was money.
About a mile north of here in Fillmore is where Factor said he buried a large sum of money on his property. Money he allegedly received for his role in the Kennedy assassination.
But Loy Factor didn't tell the court about the money because he would then have to explain where the money came from. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Both investigators say Factor's story could be a hoax, but they say they found too many connected clues to quit their investigation. And some family members of Loy Factor have denied his involvement. For more information on their investigation, call Mark Collom at 1-800-734-6817. Or for a video of their findings, call 714-638-8724. In Tishomingo, Ed Doney, News 10 Now.